All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And for today's video, well, first off, let me say, welcome to another In Transit. As you may know, I'm currently riding my bike here. And I wanted to speak a bit more on personas, you know. And for those who don't know, a persona is basically a personality or an image of yourself. Now, in a previous video I did, right? I did a video on images, right? And I did a video on how basically your outside gate of yourself is an image of you. So if you're dressed like a whore, if you're dressed like a slut, right? That is the image of yourself that you portray to the whole world. Now, if you look at America, right? What is America's persona? America's persona is the Roman Empire. And why is that? The reason why America is the image of the Roman Empire is because of the way it keeps its customs, how it rules the world, how it utilizes its military. It's the exact same way on how the Roman Empire, when the Roman Empire was in power, you know? Just watch the documentary, The Rise and Fall of Rome, and you will see that the Roman Empire ruled the world with much oppression. The only difference between the Roman Empire and America is that back then, the Roman Empire did not have atomic bombs or weapons of warfare. You see? The Roman Empire did not have guns. They did not have nukes. They did not have tanks. So in today's time, America, you know, the image, the persona of the Roman Empire is basically ruling the world through much wicked oppression. I'm sorry, guys. Please excuse the dog over there. I'll be past this area soon enough. I'm sorry for the dog barking, guys. As you may know, beasts have no manners. But anyways, you know, this country, which is likened unto a beast, has no manners. That's why if you don't agree with this country, what happens? Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 5 come to pass. You know, you get bombed, and then the serpent, which is known as the dragon in the Holy Scriptures, he enforced his ways upon you. He enforced his philosophies, his pseudoscience. Okay, he enforces that poison, which is backed by the philosophy, the doctrine of Aleister Crowley. Do as thou wilt shall be the will of the law. You see what I mean? So, hey, man, you know, these devils, because America's military is so mighty, they can practically enforce their ways upon nearly, and notice how I say nearly, every country. So the persona of America is the Roman Empire. That is the image of America. Furthermore, if you go to Washington, D.C., if you go to other notable areas around America, you'll see pillars built the exact same way of how they was built during the Roman Empire. You'll see pillars like that, okay? Same thing with Mount Seir. You go to Mount Seir, you'll see pillars, you know, with certain type of carvings in them, which also proves reincarnation. Because the same people that was living in Mount Seir ruled the Roman Empire, which were Edomites. And the same people that ruled the Roman Empire is ruling America. They have control over the entire world. So they are carrying their persona, which they ran with, even going back to Alexander, who is that beast, you know, the leopard with the 4 heads, okay? And the reason why Alexander was likened to a leopard, because you look at a leopard is a vicious animal, okay? Okay, and a matter of fact, leopards, they are nearly the close cousins of lions. So a leopard will rip you to pieces. That is the persona that America gives off. If you don't agree with America's policies or ways, they'll come as a leopard. Which I'm not saying that the leopard with the 4 heads is America. No, that's Alexander and his 4 generals. Lysimachus, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Seleucid. Okay? So we know who the, you know, through the spirit, we know who the leopard is with the 4 heads. But that don't change the fact that America is coming in a similar like persona. America is giving off that image of a leopard, even though they are not. So you look at America, and it literally gives off the persona of the Roman Empire. Furthermore, what was the Roman Empire known for? What was their military known for? Fighting with iron weapons. The Roman Empire was known for fighting with weapons made from iron, correct? You look at some of these guns nowadays, they're made from iron. You know, that's why you pick up a handgun, right? Why is it so heavy? Why is a handgun heavy? Why is it that they require you to hold a handgun with two hands before you fire it? Because some of these guns are made from iron. Some of these guns are made from iron. And the Roman Empire is known for fighting with swords made from iron. That was their teeth. America's teeth today is their military. In the same way the Romans came down upon Jerusalem, which Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, but in the same fashion that the Roman Empire, well, in a similar fashion, right, of how the Roman Empire came down upon Jerusalem during the Zealot revolt. Guess what? They're going to come down upon our people in a much similar fashion in this generation. They're going to have troops blocking off they're going to have troops blocking off your exits and your entrances into the city. You see? They're going to have barricades set up, spike strips. And back then, the Roman Empire, their spike strips was basically barricades made from sharpened wood. So hey, that further proves that there's nothing new under the sun. That also proves reincarnation. In this day and age, that will be those spike strips. You know, your barbed wire fences. You see? So all that is going to be set up in an hour of martial law. Why? Because America is the image of the Roman Empire. The persona of the Roman Empire. You see what I mean? So when Jacob's trouble comes, it's going to come in a similar like fashion, except it's going to be 100 times worse, because America is the persona of the Roman Empire. Now, what makes America the persona of the Roman Empire? The country, the buildings, the monuments? The answer is no. It's the people that's ruling it. Okay? It's the people that's ruling it. Because the same people that was ruling the Roman Empire is now ruling America. Okay? Everyone comes back in their lots. If you was an Israelite and you was a slave during the time of the Roman Empire, you came back as a slave, during the 1600s. You see? And even to this very day, we're still slaves. You know? If you was a Roman centurion during the Roman Empire, you're going to come back in your lot. Because basically, you are the persona of your past self, which the word image means a copy of your past self. Now, like I said in my last video, right? When you take a picture of somebody, rather if it's an old-fashioned camera, rather if you're using a phone, right? When you look at that picture on your phone or your camera, or whenever that little plastic paper will come out the camera, right? What you are seeing is the image of your past self, how you last looked when you looked into the camera. So a persona, which is an image of your past self, is basically an image of your past self. That's what a persona is. You know, take the video game Persona for an example, you know. You look at characters like Skull, you look at characters like Panther, you look at characters like Morgana, and you see their personas, right? Their personas is literally their other self. You know? So they're basically saying, you know, in a roundabout way, you know, that's reincarnation. Because you're basically an image of how you was in your past life. So if you was a murderer in your past life, you're going to come back as a murderer in this present life. And you're going to be sitting in prison. Okay? Now, if you was a celebrity, if you was popular, if you had high favor with the Romans in your past life, you're going to come back in this life in a much similar fashion. Why? Because you are the persona of your past self. You are the image of your past self. And that's all there is to it. So Lord's will, this video was edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom. It's on to the next one.